Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some technical analysis on some of the stocks that we cover on the channel. I had some updates on the fib level on a couple of them, so I want to go ahead and touch on that. We're going to take a look at Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN first up. Then we'll take a look at Tesla. Then we'll take a look at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. Before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Hit the notification bell, that way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So let's get into it, guys. The fib level has updated on Amazon. As you see here, a big drop in price since the announcement that the FTC was suing Amazon over being basically an online monopoly. Okay, and so I was actually kind of excited about that because now it brought me down to closer to my average cost, and I'm looking to buy more here. We did find some support at the current level and of basically where we are. So your new low right now for the 180-day 4-hour time frame is 88.12. Your tip top is still 146.22, and we dropped from 146.22 all the way down to about 122, but we're finding support here about the 125 level. So if we stay and we hold support here, then we should be, maybe consolidate around this level here. However, one thing I wanted to point out here, we haven't got the full signal yet as far as more downside, but typically this blue line here, when this goes below the pink line, this is the golden cross breakout indicator, as you see here. Now when the blue line goes above it, it signals that we're signaling for a pretty big run or spike in price, as you see from 88.12 to 146, and typically when you see the blue go below that, which it just did, you'll see another one come up in the red saying, hey, we got more room for downside. So I'm actually waiting to buy to see what happens if we pop our head back up and go above 130, or if we fall below 125, or if we get that indicator there, then we could see a pretty decent drop in price, which is going to be good for those of us who are in it for a long term, want to add some more to our position, including myself. So keep an eye on this level that we're at today. So 120, about the 125 level. If you break below that, then your next level down is 117, 110, 100, all the way down to 88, and your tip top again is 150. All right, next up is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. Looking here, the fib level did also update. So now the low is 115.60, the tip top is 299.29, and now this here, guys, Tesla's a very volatile stock, so it can drop anywhere from 5 to 20% in a week, and then the next week come back rip just as high or higher. So this is probably the one stock in the market that I just never worry about if I'm in it. If I'm doing a swing trade on it and I get down several amounts of percent, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to wait it out and add more, just hold it off and give it a couple of weeks because it typically corrects itself. So right now, I think we're at a crucial point here because you see at 255.94. If we get above there and if we get to there and we get rejected again, then we should see some more downside, which would bring us down to roughly about 229. So 229 is currently your overall support. Current resistance at 255. Past 229 is going to be right at about 200, and then, or 207, I should say, 207, then 185, 154, and all the way down to 115. And then again, your tip top is 299. So for those of you who are looking to add to your position or take out some type of swing trade, I would wait this out and see exactly what happens, just because I kind of feel like we do have a little bit more room for downside going into next week for some reason. Just kind of basically overall on the chart setup for this particular stock here, and just kind of overall state of the market. It's just kind of still, in my opinion, kind of uncertain. And yeah, so anyway, so we'll just kind of see what happens from there. So that's my opinion. I'm just going to kind of wait it out. Worst case, now I'm already in it, so worst case it goes up, it's fine. I'm still in good shape, but if it goes down, then I'll have maybe get some more bang for my buck when I go to add more to my longer term position. Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. We had a lot of insider transactions this past week, okay? We had a lot of the board members acquire shares, which I believe is part of their compensation, but we had someone actually come in and buy a very large chunk of shares, which in my opinion is a very bullish sign moving forward. And as you see, you get got some buy signals here. We bounced off of 7 cents, got as high as about close to 8.5 cents yesterday. So I'm curious to see what happens today if we make a big push and we go up and we bust past this 8.25 cent mark there. That's the big level of resistance there. If we keep hitting our head on there for the next couple of trading sessions, then we'll probably just either consolidate and just kind of go sideways at 7, or if this theme kind of rolls out again, I think we'll fall back down and go retest 5. But all the transactions that we saw this week on the SEC website, in my opinion, are pretty bullish and could potentially start kind of moving it slowly back towards the upside. That is a good sign in my opinion. So we'll have to just kind of wait it out and see. So your levels of resistance currently 0.0874, 0.0989, call it 10, 11 cents, 12.5, and all the way up to close to 15 cents. All right, we're going to look at the longer term outlay of Zion Oil and Gas as well. All right, guys, so we're taking a look at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. This is from January 1st, 2020, all the way through yesterday, the daily chart. Your high is still 174. Your low is still 4.5 cents. One thing I want to point out, we talked about the golden cross indicators. This blue line here is getting close to crossing over the pink line on the longer term outlook on Zion Oil and Gas. So once we do that and we get that indicator of a potential breakout, that's going to be a great sign for us moving forward. So your overall resistance longer term is about 41 cents. So your floor is still 4.5 cents is what you're looking at, and then 40 cents is your first level of resistance. So you have quite a ways. This could, once it starts kind of getting momentum, that's a very large move to the upside percentage wise from where it's at to where it can potentially be on that first level, right? Second level of resistance would be right at about 70, and then 89, 109, 134, and then $1.74, which is where we got a couple years ago whenever it had that huge run straight up to the upside. Okay, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on not only the 180-day 4-hour, but also your longer term as well. So we're going to kind of keep evaluating that as well. So just keep in mind, if you're getting in here and we get a pretty big run all the way up to close to 40 cents, then that would be a good profit taking opportunity, because it's going to pull back, of course, if it goes probably, from here and has a huge run in a short period of time. But also keep in mind, if it breaks through there, then it has potential to hit support and then continue to move forward. So we'll see exactly how that plays out. And we'll see if actually, in fact, the insider transactions were, a bullish indicator for Zion Oil and Gas. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.